Hello, welcome to another edition of Kids Clips. Today we'll be talking about Samson, and here we go. Hi, Bart. Do you mind telling me about, I've been wondering how I can get stronger.
Oh, you've been wondering how you can get stronger. Well, why do you want to be strong?
So I can be more fit and active and be strong on the inside and outside.
Well, to be strong on the outside, you got to exercise. You got to lift weights or go running and do stuff to get your body moving, and that's how you can get strong on the outside.
Okay.
Well, you know, that reminds me of a story in the Bible.
Really?
Yep, in the Tanakh. What Christians call the Old Testament, we Jewish people call the Tanakh. And it's a story about Samson, who was a judge in Israel.
Oh.
See, he was a judge. They had judges before they had kings.
Ooh.
Yep. So, now Samson, he was what's called a Nazirite.
What's a Nazirite?
A Nazirite is when somebody takes a vow and they promise God that they won't cut their hair or eat grapes or touch dead things.
Why don't eat grapes?
Well, that's just part of the vow. Now, there was a couple people in the Bible who took Nazirite vows for their whole life. One was Samson, another was Samuel, he was also a judge, and John the Baptist, who we call Yochanan the Immerser. They were all lifetime Nazirites from birth, meaning that their parents are the ones who actually made the vow for them.
Well, go on.
Well, now about Samson, God gave him special strength.
Yeah, and then he gave him special strength, and then God said, you must promise never to cut your hair, or you won't have no more strength.
Yeah, it was something like that, but the strength didn't come from his hair. The strength came from his obedience to God, God using him. And when he had his hair cut, that meant his vow was over, and therefore God wouldn't help him with that supernatural strength, and he had to wait until his hair grew back before God gave him strength again. But see, Samson was strong on the outside with God's help, and he beat up a lot of bad guys and a lot of animals, wild animals like lions and stuff, and he tied foxes' tails together, and he lifted gates from a city and took them all the way on top of a big mountain, and he beat a lot of armies with just simple weapons, you know, like the jawbone of a donkey.
I wish I could do that.
But see, Samson had a problem. He may have been strong on the outside, but he wasn't strong on the inside.
Ooh.
See, Samson gave in to temptation a lot. He broke his vow a lot, but didn't tell anybody. Like one time, there was a dead lion, and there was a lion that was attacking him while he was by himself, and he killed it. He come back later, and some bees made a nest in the dead lion's body, and he scooped out honey from it and gave it to his parents. But see, he never told his parents where he got the honey from, because then they knew that he had broke the vow and touched a dead body. And also, you know, when he beat all those bad guys with the jawbone of a donkey, well, that was touching a dead animal. That jawbone come from a donkey. It was dead. And so he broke the vow then. And not only that, but he had a lot of girlfriends. He didn't just stick with one woman. And not only that, the women that he liked weren't even Jewish. Yep. And so he gave in to temptation a lot. And that temptation is what caused him to lose his strength, because one of those women that he was going out with cut his hair off just so she can get money for herself.
What?
Yeah, and then he got arrested, and then the sad thing is, they poked his eyes out.
That must have hurt.
And then they took him to the temple of the pagan god Dagon and made fun of him. Yep. And see, that's when Samson started growing his hair back, and he prayed one last time to God. He said, God, if you'll please give me strength one more time so I could avenge these Philistines for poking out my eyes. And did you know that when he pulled down the pillars of that temple, of that pagan temple, and he killed more Philistines, more bad guys at that time than he did during his whole life?
Wow.
See, it shows that, even though that sometimes we're disobedient to God, that despite our disobedience and sin, God still uses us for His glory. But we still need to live right and ask for forgiveness. But those times when we don't, sometimes God still uses us anyway. That's called His mercy and His grace.
Ooh.
And,
so did he get his muscles back?
Well, he got his strength back one last time, and that's when he tore down the pagan temple and killed all those bad guys, but it killed himself too because the temple fell on him and he died.
Ooh.
So it's really more important to have strength on the inside than to have strength on the outside.
Oh, I see now. Well, I think I have a delicious apple down there. You want to go and check it out?
All right, let's go.
Oh, there's a worm in it.
That's all the time we have for Kids Clips for today. Thanks for watching.
Goodbye.
Bye.